What's up guys, Kyle here again, and today I'm gonna give you guys a little peek behind the curtain of what a day in my life is like as a YouTube creator. Let's do it! Alright guys, hope you're doing great out there today. I apologize for the poor audio as I'm kind of just shooting this, like off the cuff. So if this is your first time here on my channel, my name's Kyle. What I do is I take awesome high gain amps, overdrives, guitar cabs, speakers, pedals. I don't know what I do. What do I do? Can you tell me? Please. Awesome high gain amps, guitars, cabs, speakers, overdrives, pickups, and pedals. I record them with a simple SM57 setup, and I give you guys the unprocessed audio on your end. So that's what I do. Now, we're gonna take a look behind that, and I'm gonna show you what a day in the life is like of someone who does this stuff full time, because a lot of you guys have been asking what it's like to do this. A lot of you guys have asked, what's my video editing process? What's my process for setting up my video? So I'm gonna show you guys all of that. I'm gonna show you a full day in the life and show you what it's like, how much work goes into each one of these videos, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of work, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of everything. So hope you guys enjoy it. What's up guys? It is about 7:45 in the morning and I have been up editing for about an hour now. Usually I get up around 5:45 to start my day. I start answering comments, emails, and then I get to editing so I can get my video out sometime late morning, early afternoon. But last night I had band practice with Human Animals, so I came home, I was all amped up from that. So I sat down, started answering some comments and doing a little editing to start, getting everything lined up. And before I knew it, it was 1 in the morning. So a little bit later of a start today than I am used to, but we're gonna go ahead and get through it. I'm gonna get this video edited. It's taken me a little while, so probably won't even be on to the next thing until like 9:30, but we'll talk to you guys then. Alright guys, so it's about a little after 9. I'm finally done editing this beast. Editing takes a lot of time. I don't care what anybody tells you. If you really care about what you're doing and you want to make a quality product for everybody, which is a huge thing to me, then it takes time. It takes time to put the little touches on it to make it personal. It's not just one static camera angle. I take a lot of pride in the whole multi-camera thing because I know a lot of you guys really dig it. A lot of you guys compliment me on that all the time. And it just keeps the videos interesting. It keeps them engaging because static shots or even just like 1 or 2 shots going back and forth, like that's why I do all the little zoom ins and stuff like that. And that's what kind of makes it more labor intensive and time intensive and everything, but I love it. I like putting my personal touch on it. I like making the videos have a little bit more character and adding some entertainment value to them on top of what's going on in the video. As you can see my big dumb faces here on the screen. I like zooming in when I make mistakes and stuff like that just to show you guys that I'm a human. I make mistakes all the time. Yeah, I figured I'd just kind of let you in a little bit on the video process. So over here on the screen, you guys can see I've got multiple tracks here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 different camera angles, and I literally edit all those down into this single track here on the bottom. I'll cut and paste the pieces that I want, drop them down onto the main track, and then at the very end of the video, I have to literally go in. I've got to clean all of the extra tracks up. Out here again and today, and I just realized that I forgot to put my intro in the beginning, which with this program I'm using, it's called Shotcut. That's kind of a pain in the butt once you have all of these individual tracks and everything moved out of the way. It's a pain to kind of move everything back just enough to drop that intro track in there. So now I got to do that on top of everything else. But yeah, you got to come in here and you got to clean everything up. Literally go in and just remove every single piece from every track, because what I do is I go in and I drop my overlay stuff, like my little subscribe thing, my Instagram watermark thing, and everything else. I drop those on the additional tracks So if there is anything left on these top tracks, then that ends up showing up in the video, and we definitely don't want that. For my AB videos, or my shootout videos, which this is the 65052 versus the EVH Stealth video, I have to leave this very top track in, and I have to crop down my little pedal. Here's your light, and here's your text telling you what amp we're on. I would like to find a cleaner way to do this eventually, but you gotta leave that up and make sure that it's on a higher track than your main track, or else it'll get buried behind the main track. So there's lots of little like goofy things when it comes to editing that you gotta make sure you do. And it took me a really long time to kind of figure out how to streamline this and do it as best as possible. And I've gotten it down to where I can usually kind of set up and edit a video all the way down in roughly 2 hours if I'm really focused and everything. All right, so I drop all my normal YouTube stuff over here in the playlist. Here's my intro. I always put this in on the second track. Move my cursor over here because you've got magnetic stuff going on. And then you want to enable the audio and video on that track. Now I have to go in and boom, we moved everything, so that was a little easier than it typically is. On top of that, we need music. We drop Benevolence by Bushido Code, which is what I pretty much use for every video. And we cut it at the intro. We take it over here, we drag it over here. Then I go in and I will edit the EQ of that track so it doesn't clash with me talking too much, and then I will add a gain control and dial the gain way down so it's not over top of my voice. You basically just want a little music in the background so that it fills up the empty space when you're talking. So here's my little subscribe thing that you guys see every time. And of course, you can't just drop it in, you gotta do work to it. So you go in, you got to resize it. I usually like it bottom center of the screen, roughly right there. And then you gotta go in. The bell notification is super loud, so I have to turn the volume down on that too. And you basically have to take all that green crap out of there, crop that all out. Instagram handle, which the Instagram has been getting a lot of followers lately, so I appreciate everybody who's following me out there. Try to make some special posts that are just for Instagram here and there. Alright, so there's my Instagram handle, and then finally we add the Sweetwater affiliate link, which if you guys have clicked on that at all and used it at all, thank you very much. I appreciate you more than you know. It's a big help for the channel. Got some great Sweetwater sponsored videos coming up here very soon I'm very excited about, so Sweetwater's been awesome to me so far. Guys, even if something's a hobby for me, I take it seriously. I like to do things well, regardless of if it's a hobby or not. Like I like to, everything I do, I like to take it all the way. That's just the way that I am. Some people aren't like that, and that's absolutely fine, but that's just the way that my mind works. So when I get into something, I get all the way in if I'm gonna do it, especially if I'm creating, you know, a product for you guys, which are these videos. I want it to be high quality, which is why I invested a lot of time in learning how to do this stuff, getting better at it, and basically making it more enjoyable for you guys on your end. So I really have fun doing this stuff. I love learning new skills. I love getting better at things. So there's definitely a lot of room for improvement still. That's pretty much it. And now you got to export your video, make sure all the parameters are correct. We export the file, save, and then that usually takes about 45 minutes. And that's pretty much it, guys. So now, while that's exporting, this is typically when I go get some exercise in, so I'm gonna go do that. Alright guys, so while my video renders, I usually come out into the living room, get caught up on some YouTube videos, do some exercises. I do some little home workout stuff because it just saves a lot of time as opposed to driving all the way to the gym. I don't do that much with super heavy weights anymore. I just kind of try to keep myself in shape the best I can. So I've got some smaller dumbbells and some resistance bands, and I do push-ups and body weight stuff just to keep in shape. And it's a nice little breakup of the routine because I do enjoy exercising. You always feel a lot better, a lot more accomplished afterwards on top of all the other work that you're doing. So it's just kind of nice to mix in, you know, that along with everything else that I'm working on. It just makes the day feel very productive and very accomplished, and I usually feel a lot better. Now, my girlfriend and I are also training for a half marathon that is happening in March. So after all is said and done today, after my work day, we go to the gym, and I'm probably gonna run 7 or 8 miles on the treadmill on top of doing this stuff here. So I just try to do the best that I can. Yeah, that's something I think that's really important for everybody. So again, just kind of letting you guys in on a day in the life, and this is a part of it, so. Alright Alright guys, so got my workout in, got all showered and cleaned up and ready for the day. And my video is still rendering. This one's taking a while. Some of them take longer than others, but so what we're gonna go ahead and do is make a thumbnail. Alright guys, so to make my thumbnails, I usually screen cap parts of the video. There's a dumb face. Alright, so this is probably a good shot for the thumbnail, so this is right after I got home from tour. Your boy's looking a little chunky. Let's go ahead and get our amp background for the photo. Man, those are two good looking amps. Screen cap that. All right, so let's back out of here. What I use to create thumbnails, it is a website called Canva, and it's kind of like a Photoshop type thing, but everything that you do is saved online. So I can just go in here. Here are all my old thumbnails from other videos that I've done. We're just gonna go ahead, create a new design, YouTube thumbnail. All right, so there's my blank canvas, and we are gonna upload the two screenshots that I just took. So I'll just take this main amp shot and kind of make that the background. So what I do is I take basically a square, set it as the entire background, and then over here you got a transparency tool, so I'll kind of make it a little bit see-through. And then here I take this fade thing, usually fade bottom to top, top to bottom, whatever, and we'll kind of blend two colors that look interesting, because I like my thumbnails to just kind of be bright, kind of make them pop. That's the reason for all the bright colors. I just feel like it's usually attention grabbing, and that's kind of what you're aiming for. Again, there's a lot of like metrics that come into play when it comes to YouTube and everything, so the more you can get people's attention, even just with the thumbnail, usually the better off you're gonna be. So I take this, I do the background remover tool. There's my stupid face. Oh God, I'm such an idiot. All right, so then we come back over here, we get the amp thing again, and we do the background remover on that. All right, so sometimes it does a pretty terrible job and it doesn't pick everything up, but this time it did a really good job, so it's gonna make my life a little easier. We're gonna kind of crop this all down like this, and we'll blow it up. So if we click off of it, yeah, that looks goofy because the top of the amp's kind of, that'll work, because I think we're gonna throw some text on top, probably make this even a little bit bigger. And then I'm really particular about stuff, so usually I'll edit contrast and stuff to kind of make things look a little bit more vibrant. Okay, so I mean overall that's pretty good. I do have a random cable here that I probably should have removed, but the way that this program works, it's kind of a pain. I always like the layering effect too. Like even if my sleeve is just over top of the amp a little bit, I don't know. It just makes it look like you put a little bit more effort into it if people are really getting that deep in the weeds on the thumbnail stuff. So little things that I think about, I try to think about things pretty in depth and what I'm viewing as a viewer of the thumbnail from like an outside perspective. I always pay a lot of attention to other people's thumbnails. I did even before I had a YouTube channel. So it's something that, you know, I've always kind of looked at and is important to me. So we'll put my channel logo here and we will send it backward behind my head. So there's that, and then I will make it a little bit transparent so it's not so, you know, in your face. And then up here we'll add some text. Okay, so there's our text. And then I will usually throw this little glitch effect on it just to, again, just to make it pop, make it stand out a little bit more. And then what I will do is I will double that, copy, paste. We will change our font color to black. We will go into effects. We will make it hollow so our text has an outline. And again, makes it pop even more. We'll pull that down so it's not so bold and ridiculous looking, and boom. There's our thumbnail, guys. That's our thumbnail, guys. And wait until this stupid video is finally done rendering. All right, guys, so it's now 11 a.m. I've been up since about 6:30, and our video is done and edited. Our thumbnail is done, and now we are just waiting for the video to upload. I got my workout in, got my shower in, and now we're down here in the studio, and I'm going to start setting up for the videos that I have to film today. I have to film 2 videos, and I'm hoping to get 3 done, and then get a bunch of stuff edited tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday. Spend my day editing videos, and then that way, my weekend is free and clear. I'm gonna do my FAQ video now. After that, I am doing a video for the Jupiter Effects Catastrophe, which is kind of like an overdrive slash preamp pedal that's really cool. And then I recently got an orange mini terror? What's tiny terror? I got an orange tiny terror, and I feel like that'd be a pretty easy video to knock out. That's a cool little amp, and there's not much to do on it, so we can make a quick little video out of that. And that'll pretty much be the day as far as content creation goes. But I'll set the camera up and watch you, or let you guys in on how I do this stuff. right, guys, slight distraction slash diversion. I got a delivery today, and it wouldn't be a day in the life of me if we didn't get some new amps. So I just unboxed these two. We're gonna plug into that little Friedman BE Mini real quick. Fattest sounding channel in the world, so a clean boost or a boost that doesn't remove low end actually tends to work a little bit better on that channel of that amp than say a Tube Screamer style variant, so I can see it working well on an amp like that. Alright guys, FAQ video is done, and now we are on to the pedal video. It is about 1:40. So I should have enough time to do both, so I'll leave this running while I get set up for the next video so you guys can see what's involved with that. But yeah, it's been a productive day so far. What's up guys, Kyle here again, and today we are taking a look at the Jupiter Effects Catastrophe Sludge Fest Dominator. Let's do it! Alright guys, so I'm all set up for tomorrow's video and ready to go, so hope that you guys enjoyed this kind of little look into what a day is like for a YouTube content creator. Typically I'm up at 5:45 and my workday goes until 3:30, and I don't stop for food or anything because I don't eat throughout the day, so it's literally like get up, start editing, answering emails, replying to messages, answering comments, and then right into the flow of filming my content and whatever's on the plate for the day. So it's more work than a lot of people give it credit for. So tomorrow's Friday. I will spend Friday doing this little amp demo and then editing my videos for the weekend. So I'll have a full day of editing and on top of answering emails and messages and everything else. So it's like I said, it's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than people give it credit for, but I absolutely love it. Like there's not a part that I don't love about this. It's just a lot of fun for me, coming up with new ideas, interacting with you guys, getting feedback from you guys, and then watching the reactions of the video and listening to people say, you know, how much the videos help them and everything. It's all worth it to me. So this is really cool. I can't believe that this is literally my profession at this point, and I'm super fortunate to be able to say that. So thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon.